Many people don't know this at Moon Audio, but I also moonlight as the noise canceling fairy in times of distress.
Really?
Which one of those is the premium connector?
I don't care, because the last thing I need is your suggestions.
Oh, well, it's pretty obvious which one is premium.
Yeah, well, your face is obvious.
Yes.
Nobody's saying nothing about that, are they?
Well, I
Right.
appreciate that,
Take a
Greg.
hike,
You know,
Out of
I-
here. Get.
Man, that noise canceling fairy sure is nice. Before we get started with the review, here's a quick reminder. We're officially giving away the Sony WH-1000XM5 headphones in this video, paired with one of our custom Black Dragon portable headphone cables. We'll give you more information about the giveaway later in this video. Also, remember to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our latest videos and reviews right here at Moon Audio. I feel like I've been waiting for this moment, waiting for Sony to do a revamp of what's probably the most popular noise canceling headphone on the market. With Bose coming in at a close second, last year it was kind of hard to see if they did anything at all from the XM3 to the XM4, since aesthetically, they're exactly the same apart from the text and labeling on the buttons. That's it. There were some more internal upgrades that made it a better headphone, of course, but it's like Sony said, man, let's just keep it the same. It's already the best noise canceling headphone on the market. But then Bose came out with their 700 headphone. Styling was pretty slick. Then the AirPod Max came out, and I bet Sony was like, man, maybe it's time we update the styling. And they did. In fact, it looks like they updated the general minimalist aesthetic with elements from both Bose and Apple. The headband is one of the most obvious changes here, doing away with the hinge design, which I personally liked from the point of view of it being compact, but it was also another opportunity for things to break. Wires and bending are never really a good mix. The slimmer design is reminiscent of the Bose 700, and since it's one piece, it's a bit more flexible than the previous generation. Also, due to the new headband design, the clamping force on the ear cups is a little tighter than the XM3 and XM4. I actually preferred this for a more secure fit and seal, and combined with the fact that the headphones are even a touch lighter than the previous ones, it makes for comfortable fits and long listening sessions. The new XM5s have a vegan leather padding, which is quite nice and feels premium. It creates a tighter seal around the ears too than the XM4s, in part because of the new headband and also the new material. Sonically, this helped more than I expected it to. However, after long listening sessions, if I was in a warmer location, the leather also didn't help prevent me from sweating. I mean, I feel like the leather on the XM5 is also more water resistant than the XM4s, and I would happily trade better sound in any scenario when it comes to my headphones. This wasn't an issue 99% of the time, but if you live in a warm climate or want to use them for like working out, whatever, I don't think they breathe as well this year, for better and worse. The ear cups are improved as well, with more curves and styling all around. The new pivot design actually minimizes the yoke, allowing for a cleaner look while maintaining the overall smoothness of the design. It's pretty sleek looking, and Sony has done a great job in updating the look while maintaining the XM design aesthetic. You see it and you know it's a Sony headphone. On the left ear cup, you still have the 3.5mm single entry unbalanced headphone jack, the power button, which also doubles as the Bluetooth pairing button, and the noise canceling on and off button here. On the right ear cup, you have the USB-C charging port, and that's it. That's all you need. This is not to say that the XM5s are short on functionality. It's just that most of that functionality resides in the app, which we'll get to in a bit. Now, because they don't fold at the headband like the XM4s do, we got some of that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. What? I'm having a puppet show. Now, because they don't fold at the headband like the XM4 does, Sony actually included a new case for the headphones, allowing them to lay flat and providing more room for accessories in the middle. I actually appreciate the molded interior, as the previous XM3 and XM4 case could get a little messy inside if you didn't have enough room or you packed your accessories away, which could result in some scratching on the plastic. It just wasn't a good thing. This year, they provided you a touch more room and a magnetically sealed compartment here for your cables. It's nice. So these aren't audiophile grade headphones, but you're also not buying them to be. The biggest draw is the wireless functionality and the noise canceling. So how does it sound? This year, Sony did an overhaul of the driver using a new 30mm unit with a soft thermoplastic polyurethane edge, which supposedly enhances the noise canceling. And the ear cup design also uses a carbon fiber composite material to improve clarity as well. Bottom line, I can hear sonic improvements from the XM4. I'll talk more about the noise canceling in the features section, but the low end does seem tighter and more details are present throughout. It's certainly a better balance and tuning than the previous generations. One thing you will notice immediately after putting the headphones on is the simulated blackness. And that is the flipped sine wave of the outside noise being transmitted into the ear cup. That cancellation of noise makes for a simulated silence, albeit not a true silence, but one that effectively helps bring the music to the forefront. Sony is known for fun and V-shaped sound signatures in their devices. That is, boosted low and high frequencies while a dip in the mid-range. And the XM5 doesn't make much of a detour from that. You know what they say, if it ain't broke. So for my listening sessions, I paired the Sony WH-1000XM5 with both a silver and black Dragon portable cable. I was surprised at the difference that each cable brought out in the overall sound of the headphone. I would argue that both are great options, but if you're more of the analytical listening persuasion, then the Silver Dragon will bring out a bit more detail and top-end sparkle. I think the Black Dragon helps to control the low-end weight and tighten it up, but both cables are a big boost over the included factory cable. The Sony tuning is great for most genres, and the sound stage is close enough that the XM5 puts you right in the action. It's not going to replace your open back planar magnetic cans, but it should be in every music lover's arsenal as a daily driver, or especially for those on the move who want to tune out the world or tune back in from time to time. Did you like that? Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the biggest draw of this headphone is the ANC, or active noise cancellation. I did a best of noise canceling headphones a couple years ago now, and between the Bose QC35, the Sennheiser Momentum 3, and the Sony XM3, the Sony won out. Bose was a close second, but since that review, Bose has released two new updated models, and Sennheiser just came out with the Momentum 4, which I'll be taking a look at shortly, so stay tuned for that. Most people are familiar with how ANC works, but here's a quick recap. The headphone has microphones built in to pick up ambient noise outside and inside the ear cup. The headphone takes the signal from the outside ambient noise, flips it, and broadcasts it through the speakers in the ear cups, effectively canceling out the noise other than the music. The XM5 ANC is superb and is proficient at canceling out frequency bands across the spectrum depending on your environment. What makes it stand out, however, from previous generations is that whereas ANC used to sound like white or pink noise being filtered in with your music and thus dirtying up the fidelity, now it's surprisingly masked very well, allowing your music to sound clear and detailed. I tried the headphones at a number of places with varying ambient noise levels and frequencies, and it performs just as well at high decibel environments as it does in softer ones. It's hard to beat the XM5 when it comes to noise canceling, and there are few that can compete with the sophistication of Sony's tech. But that's just what puts Sony on the list. What sets them over the competition is the experience. And that's where the touch and control integration comes into play. So the headphones have a number of gesture controls that are pretty intuitive and useful while listening. So on the right ear cup, you can slide your finger forward and back to skip tracks, up and down to adjust the volume, double tap to play or pause, and you can now hold to activate your voice assistant. The responsiveness of these controls have been drastically improved over the last year in my experience too. Now, there's also a sensor inside the headphone that automatically pauses the music when you take them off your head, and will turn off after a certain amount of time if not resumed. Sony also incorporates some really great functionality for ambient noise when you want it. Say you're listening to some music and your coworker comes over to ask you a question. Simply place your palm over the ear cup and the XM5 will automatically pause the music and activate the exterior microphones, allowing you to hear without having to take off the headphones. Another way is by allowing the speak to chat function, where all you have to do is talk and the headphones will detect your voice and pause the music and activate the ambient setting like the flick of a switch. Battery life is phenomenal too. About 30 hours with noise canceling on and 40 without. Bluetooth has also been updated to the latest version 5.2, which makes for more stable connections and longer ranges. Call quality was clear and noise canceling was incredibly effective at canceling out the ambient noise when I was talking in noisy environments. It's pretty impressive what the tech can do now. And that's just the headphone. We haven't even discussed the features in the app. Be sure to check out the full list of features and how they work in the written review. But for now, let's take a quick look at how to set up your XM5 headphones with your device. Okay, so on iOS and Android, you're gonna wanna look for the Sony Headphones Connect app. It looks like this right here. So once you have that downloaded, you're gonna wanna open it. Wait for the screen to pop up, see the welcome stuff, blah, blah, blah. So once you're at this screen, go ahead and turn on the headphones. Hold it to power on. And to activate the pairing mode, go ahead and press the power button twice. And that should activate. See, you'll see it right there. So you can register through Bluetooth settings, or you can just click that and it'll add the device. Then it'll bring you to this screen where you will select the accessory. There you'll select the XM5. Once it pops up, it might take a second or two. See, there it is right there. Select it. It will connect. Now it's registered, click OK. You don't have to sign in and create an account. You can though. You can. Let's go ahead and click through all this. Oh my God. Shut up. This is the best setup tutorial ever, right guys? So now your setup's complete, your XM5 is connected to your device. Now you can go to the dashboard and that's where you're gonna find all of the other additional functionality. Here you can set EQ settings, you can determine button controls, you can adjust your ANC settings. There's a lot of different aspects of the app that are really, really great for the headphones. So you're definitely gonna wanna download the app and use it with your device. I think what I said last year about the XM4 still applies. The XM series of headphones from Sony is a smart device in that it incorporates well into your day-to-day, and it's smart enough to know how not to get in the way. The sound quality is top-notch, the noise canceling can't be beat, but it's the user experience and functionality that makes the XM5 the best in show. The redesign is overdue, but worth the wait. The styling is much sexier and the fit and comfort is somehow even better than last year. Now, XM4 owners, is it worth an upgrade? Definitely not. These kinds of headphones are like iPhones or graphic cards nowadays. It almost certainly never pays off to upgrade every product generation. The updates are there, but it's just not enough to warrant throwing down $400 again unless you absolutely need the latest and greatest. However, if you have an XM3 or earlier, whose battery is getting on the fritz or coming from a cheaper headphone, then you really can't get much better than the XM5. It's official, Moon Audio fans, we're giving away these Sony WH-1000XM5 wireless noise canceling headphones and one of our custom Black Dragon portable headphone cables, a $550 value, free to one of our loyal followers. And to make things even more interesting, let me see if I can get this right, we're giving the first 50 people who enter a $50 online store credit on one purchase of $500 or more. Is that right? Okay. Simply follow the link in the description below to enter. The grand prize winner will be randomly drawn after the contest closes on Monday, September 19th, 2022, and announced during our Headphone Happy Hour on Friday, September 23rd. Pro tip, you can also get access to secret codes for additional entries if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, so be sure to do that if you're up for it. There's tons of other ways to enter, and once again, you can find out more by clicking the link in the description below. And before you go, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you're notified of all future giveaways as well. We'll include a link to the full review in the description below where you can find out more info, comparisons with other ANC headphones, setup guide, and much more. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching.